Hey, what's up, guys? Long time no see. It's been a while since I made a video. Actually, I've been taking a break off of YouTube due to in real life things like a job. So, I'm gonna go ahead and go to your width. In this video, I'll be teaching you guys how to make an animated banner with multiple effects. You'll be learning multiple important effects that you want to learn how to do in Photoshop, as most people use it, and you don't want to be the one left out that doesn't know how to do it. So it's going to be for top lists, such for like Minecraft servers, RuneScape private servers, WoW servers, stuff like that. So go ahead and set your width to 500, your height to 70, or your height to 90. I'll go ahead and use 90. Make sure your RGB color is on 8-bit. Make sure you have it set to pixels and the background content's on transparent. And for this, you're going to want a background, obviously. For most Minecraft servers or RuneScape private server, whatever you guys plan to run, you want to use something more towards an actual image of the game. So go ahead and go on Google, search up whatever you guys want. I found this image. Go ahead and right click copy image. There's no need for saving the image. Go back to your Photoshop. Press Control V. This is Windows and not another command prompts for Mac. So go ahead and you don't want your image to be looking like it's squished. So we're going to go ahead and put it just like that. So you got a nice little icy background. This is a RuneScape background, obviously. And we're going to go ahead and just make it feel like it's a little bit more in-depth with the background. Go ahead and select your rectangular marquee tool. Not sure if I said that right. Make sure your primary background color is black. So go ahead and hit the black and white switch. Go ahead and draw your rectangular tool out here along this. You just go ahead and drag it. It only lets you go so far with it. Right click, hit stroke. The width you want to set to 3 and put it in the inside. If you center it, it's going to put the other half of the black line outside. You want it in the inside. As you can see, that's a little too thick, so go ahead and press Control Z. Go ahead and go back to stroke and go ahead and put it on 1.85px. Once again, the color is black inside. There. Now you have a little bit of depth to go with this. We're going to go ahead and name this outside rectangular line. Alright. Go ahead and double click this, name this background. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to your text. Go ahead and draw your text out. We'll call this one Sincerity. It was the name of my old server, but we're going to go ahead and put this up. Choose the font size to be around 65 and find a font that you like. I typically love this font, Bebas Nui, I'm not sure how to say it. And then go ahead and readjust it according to what font size you want. I'll go ahead and set this to 80. Actually, you know what? Because you guys want a little bit of room right here for the advertisements that come popping up, put the 75 and leave it like that. And go ahead and put it right around there in the center. Now you have your basic text right here. And go ahead and look for a layer style that you guys have. Typically, I make some of my layer styles and just save them just so I have them all for future reference. And basically, I want to use one of my nice, either you can use a chrome one, which I don't really feel like using right now, it's overused. We have a whole bunch of nice little layer styles here. You gotta find the one that looks right with your background, so go ahead and start testing stuff. Doesn't really matter what you guys use as long as it looks good. And see if I can find something. I'll just go ahead and probably use that layer style. Now that I look at it again, it doesn't feel like it's centered. Go ahead and recenter it to wherever you guys want it. It doesn't have to be in the center. Just make sure you have room for your advertisements or your features of your server. Go ahead and go to your window at the top over here. Go all the way down to timeline. Click create video timeline. Let's drag this up a little bit, and you'll see a little 3-box icon right here. What this will do is it'll bring it to your frames. So before anything, make sure you set it to no delay, because you don't want a 5-second timer. You want to add the effect we'll be adding, and you don't want it to repeat once. You want it to repeat forever. Basically, now you're gonna go ahead and add on to your features. Let's say our features of our server has, I don't know, PvP, which is player versus player. Most people know this already, but some people aren't familiar with this sort of stuff. If you want, you can use the same font. If not, don't have to. I'll go ahead and set this to 40. Go ahead and put it right there. And obviously, I'm just going to put that to white for now. And look for a layer style that you like. Remember, this is all up to you. Doesn't matter what colors you guys use. I'm not going to suggest anything for this video. It's all up to you. Go ahead and find a color that looks right. I'll just go ahead and use another metallic color just to hurry up and get this video over with. So basically you have this. Go ahead and go over to here. You'll see, my bad, sorry about my phone. Basically you'll see your little measure, I'm not sure what they call this, little measure bar. Go ahead and drag, you just click up there and just drag down. Put it right under here so you know where to place the other one at, so you don't have something like this. And then you say combat. Alright, you don't want something over here without that, like, let's say it's right there. And so then when it flashes, this one will be over here, this one will be down there, or this one will be up there. You want it to be dead center on the line together. Go ahead and make your next one. Go ahead and turn PvP off so you don't want to see that anymore. Go ahead and if you don't have your layer style already saved, just right click the layer, hit copy layer style, and paste it on the new layer. Go ahead and turn that off. Well, I'll go ahead and use 4 features for this video. And I'll use another one saying, yeah, PvP, you got combat, let's just put skilling. Put it right there. See how it's on the line? It looks better. It's all together on the same line. There's not one over there and one in that corner. Go ahead and repeat the same steps we've been doing. Turn it off again. Put one over here. You want it to correspond going from left to right to left to right. You don't want it to fade in the same spot. Last one to just put as like this. Alright. And then go ahead and choose your layer style once again. There you go, you got your layer styles and your text. Go ahead and create a new layer right here, and it should give you a new layer, same thing. Go PvP, actually what? No. And then, so you have your blank layer, this will start it all off. So you have your starter layer, and then it's where it starts all your frames. Go ahead and go to blank layer, so you leave it just like that. Next layer, turn PvP on, make a new layer, turn PvP off. And as you guys can see, it obviously looks like it's gonna flash. We're not doing one of those basic flashing tutorials. Go ahead and make your text fade. Go ahead and put your text frames at, let's go ahead and go with a random number like 22. And this will basically repeat your frames just like this. Go back to frame 1 and hit play, and you guys will see how that fades in and then fades out, just like that. You can make it fade in, you can make it fade out. That is a little slow. We'll go ahead and edit that real quick. Let's just go ahead and I just want to make sure you guys know what we're doing right now. Go ahead and delete all your frames. Yeah, if you guys don't like the speed that it's at, just go ahead and delete it. Go all the way back to your 3rd frame. Or you can go all the way back to your 2nd. My computer's a little laggy. Alright, go ahead and turn it back on. Make a new layer. Turn it off. Go down here again. Let's go ahead and do 19 this time. And then, yep, there we go. Go ahead and hit play to make sure you did it right, and it'll look just like that. It'll fade out. Or you could do it the opposite way around, it'll fade in, whichever. And we're going to go ahead and do this for the rest of them. So go ahead and go back to this. This is obviously already off. Go ahead and create a new layer. Leave it off so it's blank, just like we did in the beginning. Create a new layer. Turn combat on. Create a new layer. Turn it off. And repeat. Go ahead and hit 19 frames. It's already being there for you. And then, as you guys can see right here, it'll even do it. See? PvP fades out. Next one comes in. Combat fades out. So it has a nice little fade to it. Excuse me. Go ahead and create a new frame. And this basically is going to start the same process all over again. Leave it blank. Create a new frame. Turn on your next one. Create a new frame. Turn it off. It's simple. Excuse me. I'm a little sick. Frames add is 19. Go ahead and redo it and repeat. And you guys will see, once again, it's still the same effect. There goes PvP flashing in, and then it fades out. Go ahead and get combat fade out. And the next one comes up. There it is. And then go ahead and do this for the last one. Go all the way back down to your last frame again. New layer, leave it off. New layer, turn it back on. New layer, turn it off. And go ahead and do the same process we just did. Basically, you guys are done. Go back to your first frame, and this will be your final product. I'll go into detail much more in the next video with what you guys can do for detail on the text wise. This is just to help you guys with your animated banner, obviously. So as you guys can see, it has your nice little fading in text. It looks fancy, it looks good, it's not newbie. And there you guys go. And see, there's a reason we have this on forever, so it repeats. So whenever you go by the top list, it'll keep repeating. If you put it on once, it'll only do it once. So the only way you can get it to repeat again is refreshing your page. That's why we want to keep it on forever. Alright, and we'll teach you guys how to save this as the .gif the right way. GIF, no one really knows. I say GIF. Go ahead and save for web, which is basically save for web and devices. And keep in mind my computer is a little terrible, so go ahead and go to save. Actually, make sure it's on GIF. Make sure the selectives, the colors, basically you do 255 or 256, whichever, however you guys want it. Go ahead and go down to save, name it whatever you guys want. As you guys can see, I've done plenty of services with a whole bunch of servers with their little animated GIFs in here, GIFs. Basically, just title whatever you want. YouTube tutorial animated banner. Go ahead and save it, and it'll render it out for you, as you guys can see. And there you go. And then go ahead and go back to the image after it saves like that. Basically, you want to go ahead and find your image. So if you want to upload it and put it on the top list, do whatever you guys want. Go ahead and go back to where you saved it. I believe I saved it in my services folder. That's where I keep all my services at, and we named it YouTube tutorial. Yep. Go ahead and open it, and go ahead and let's preview it. It should open up Internet Explorer, which is pretty terrible on my computer. That's the reason I use Google Chrome. And go ahead and open this up a little bit. Alright, sorry about the lag, guys. And there it is. You see how this looks a little bit faster, looks a little bit nicer? It's because when you're on Photoshop, it depends on your computer. See how it has a nice little fade, and it fades in, fades out. It looks clean, it looks good. This is what you guys want. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll make a more in-depth tutorial later on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. TwistyGFX, I'm out.